Hey guys, so I was going to do this earlier, just didn't get a chance because apparently they were tweeting out the bowls and obviously announcing them on the football selection show and everything. And yeah, this is going to be a very different kind of bowl year for the college bowls. There's no doubt about it because apparently for the first time ever, you got two very notable bowl games, that being the Orange Bowl and the Cotton Bowl. Well, we don't know who the participants are going to be yet because it all depends on what happens in the bowl games that precede them. Now, apparently, the way this is going to work is just like in the previous 4-team playoff deal, now being 12 teams. Basically, they're going to rotate, what bowl games are going to be quarterfinals and semifinals and all that. Well, I printed out the bracket for this upcoming one. I guess I didn't print it out completely, but I think I got an idea here. So here's what's going to happen. I have the dates as well because they will occur a week from Saturday. So what we have basically, from what I can tell, basically what we have, and I have to look this up again because I did print it out. I have to look this up again in an image. Hold on, guys, for a second while I do something. I'm gonna go to DeviantArt and I'm gonna upload this for a second so I can get an idea of the bracket and everything. And I'm doing this while, I have the opportunity. So here we go. Got the thing right here. I'm going to bring it up. Here we go. So the way the bracket works is you have the first playoff game, which will be on the I think the first playoff game will be on the 20th. And that is a Friday. And that's going to be on ABC, ESPN. It'll be the first time that I know of that a non-NBC entity will be will be broadcasting a home game for Notre Dame, because Notre Dame is usually broadcast from home via NBC/Peacock, but now just for this year because they're in the playoffs, they will be broadcast on ABC on ABC/ESPN. Now, you might say, well, Notre Dame was ranked higher. Why didn't they get a first-round bye? It's simple. Notre Dame, outside of other sports, in the school, is an independent. So because they're not associated with, let's say, the ACC or the Big Ten or the SEC or what have you, because they're an independent, they have to basically participate in the first round. They can't automatically get a bye and all that unless of course they go undefeated. If they go undefeated, that might be a possibility, but that wasn't the case this year because of the only loss. I think they had one loss this year or something. But anyway, from the way they made it sound like, it wouldn't have mattered, either way, undefeated or not. They would have had to be in a first round game. So on the 20th, which is a Friday, a week from this Friday, they will face, because they are the number 5 seed. They will take on the number 8 seed, which is a surprise this year, the Indiana Hoosiers. And the winner of that will go and face Georgia. And they will face Georgia, from what I can understand. They will face Georgia. If I can locate it here, trying to locate. They will face Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Yeah, basically, that's basically why when it comes to the Orange Bowl and the Cotton Bowl, we don't know exactly who's going to be in it yet because it all relies on the bowl games that precede it. So this is how the bowl games shape up for right now, and I'm going to read this real quickly as best I can when I got the opportunity. Make sure I get this all organized and everything. while I can. So on Saturday, we will have the Celebration Bowl on ABC. That'll be at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. It'll be South Carolina State, Jackson State. And then following that, later that day or later that evening at 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, we will have the Salute to Veterans Bowl. It'll be South Alabama and Western Michigan. And from what I'm understanding, it looks like it's going to be in the stadium of South Alabama once again. So South Alabama will have, in the Cramton Bowl, will have a home game because last year they won a bowl game and it was on the home turf. They will have another one here against Western Michigan. So that's on the 14th, this Saturday. Then on the 17th, a week from this Tuesday, we have the Frisco Bowl. It'll be it'll be Memphis against West Virginia. That's the Frisco Bowl. And that's in Frisco, Texas. That'll be at 6 p.m. Pacific. And that'll also be on ESPN. So these last two, the Salute to Veterans on the 14th on ESPN, and the Frisco on ESPN as well. Then you have on the 18th, you have the Boca Raton Bowl, or Raton Bowl. You will have James Madison, who was in New Year's Day 6 last year, still was able to get bowl eligible despite all the changes. They will take on Western Kentucky, and that'll be at 2:30 p.m. Pacific from Florida Atlantic University Stadium, or FAU Stadium. Then, following that, you will have number 24 UNLV take on Cal in the in the LA Bowl from SoFi Stadium, and that will be at 6 p.m. Pacific. Then on the 19th, trying to make sure I get this right. I don't think I missed anything here. If I missed anything, let me know. I don't think I missed anything. No, I didn't. I didn't miss anything. So on the 19th, which is a Thursday, we will have the Gasparilla Bowl from Tampa, Florida. It'll be Florida and Tulane. That will be at 12:30 p.m. Pacific. And then at 5 p.m. Pacific, we will have the first playoff game, and that will be Indiana Notre Dame, and that will be on ABC, as I mentioned earlier. The winner of that will go to the Sugar Bowl to take on Georgia. Then on the 21st, we have the next three. So the 21st will be all playoffs. We will have SMU at Penn State. The winner of that, if I'm making sure I get this right, the winner of that will take on Boise State. And they will take on Boise State, I think, in the Fiesta Bowl. So yeah, the winner, SMU and Penn State, will take on Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. Then the next game after that, if I'm trying to find it here, Clemson at Texas. The winner of that will go to the Rose Bowl and take on Oregon. Well, not Oregon. They will take, okay, let me correct myself there. Clemson and Texas, the winner of that game, the winner of that playoff game, that first round game, will go and face Arizona State, and they will face them, I think, did I cut this off a little bit? I hate when that happens. Hold on for a sec. So we have the Fiesta that's got Boise, the Rose that's got got Oregon, Sugar's got Georgia. Peach Bowl, that's what it is, the Peach Bowl. Make sure I get that corrected here. But yeah, it's the Peach Bowl, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, the Peach Bowl. So basically, let me get this corrected. Let me get this figured out. It'll be the Clemson, Texas winner will take on Arizona State in the Peach Bowl. And then Tennessee, Ohio State will close out that day of playoff games, first round playoff games, and they will take on Oregon. The winner of that will take on Oregon in the Rose Bowl. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool there. Now, What's interesting, though, is we don't know what happens afterwards. We don't know what bowl games, Orange or Cotton will get who in the in the semifinals, if you will. So just to reiterate, okay, Indiana Notre Dame winner will face Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Then SMU Penn State will take on Boise State in the Fiesta. Then Texas Clemson, that winner takes on Arizona State in the Peach. And then Tennessee Ohio State winner takes on Oregon in the Rose Bowl. So there's a potential we'll get a classic Pac-12 Big Ten matchup, even though it would be Big Ten officially because Oregon's part of the Big Ten. Kind of got that down? Okay. Then, after that confusing mess, we go to the 23rd of December, Myrtle Beach Bowl, Coastal Carolina against Texas San Antonio. Kind of a home game for Coastal Carolina. It's on a home turf. That'll be at 8 a.m. Pacific on ESPN. That is followed by the Idaho Potato Bowl, Northern Illinois against Fresno State, and that'll be at 11:30 a.m. Pacific. So let me see now. Where are we? Kind of confusing with a lot of this here. I do apologize. I do apologize, guys. I do apologize. A little confusing. That was the 23rd. 26th. There's no way we're gonna wait that long. I know there's one on Christmas Eve. I know that, and that's South Florida and San Jose State in the Hawaii Bowl. So that's going to be on Christmas Eve. The Hawaii Bowl. San Jose State in South Florida. I don't know why I didn't print it out. So, but yeah, that's what's going to happen there. And then, I'm trying to make sure I get all of this correct. Then on the 26th, we have the Game Above Sports Bowl. That'll be Pitt and Toledo in Detroit, Michigan. That'll be at 10 a.m. Pacific. Then following that, we got the Rate Bowl, Guaranteed Rate Bowl. That's Rutgers and Kansas State. That'll be at 2:30 p.m. Pacific. And then close it out, we have the 68 Ventures Bowl. That'll be at 6 p.m. Pacific, Arkansas State and Bowling Green. Then on the 27th, which is a Friday, we have the Armed Forces Bowl, Navy versus Oklahoma. That'll be at 9 a.m. Pacific. Then we have the Birmingham Bowl following that, Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt. That'll be at 12:30 p.m. Pacific. And then at 4 p.m. Pacific, we will have Arkansas and Texas Tech in the Liberty Bowls. That's the lineup there. Then 28th. Oh, wait, and we also have the Las Vegas Bowl. Didn't get to read that out because they didn't print that out, apparently. The Las Vegas Bowl will have UNLV and... Not UNLV. The Las Vegas Bowl... Let me check. I know I have the image here. Let me check here. Make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, Las Vegas Bowl will have... That's good. This is Las Vegas. Okay, Las Vegas Bowl will have Texas A&M and USC. Texas A&M and USC. Then we have the Fenway Bowl. That'll be UConn and North Carolina, and that will be at 8 a.m. Pacific. Then we have the Pinstripe Bowl following that, or preceding that, an hour later on ABC. That'll be Boston College and Nebraska. Then we have the New Mexico Bowl, which is later that day as well. That's TCU in Louisiana. That's at 11:15 Pacific. And then following that, we got the Pop-Tarts Bowl, Miami, Florida, taking on Iowa State. Then following that, we have the Arizona Bowl, which is going to be on the CW, Colorado State and Miami of Ohio. Then we have the Military Bowl, North Carolina State against East Carolina. Then we have the Alamo Bowl, which is BYU and Colorado, which is a Big 12 matchup, but The thing about that is some of these bowl games that have Big Ten teams in there that'll are teams that are new to the Big Ten or Big 12, like Colorado, Washington, USC. They're there because of the previous alignment with the Pac-12, the deal there. So they're able to, because of that agreement that I think ends next year or this year, they're still eligible to be in bowl games representing the previous conference. So that's what's happening there, I think. And let's see, that was the 28th. It's 28th, that's a Saturday. And then I think on Monday, because I don't think anything else got printed out, did it? So I'll make sure. Got a lot of papers here. Nothing else nope. But then on Monday, I think we got the Music City Bowl. That's Missouri against Iowa. Then on New Year's Eve, we have the Relicrest Bowl, Alabama and Michigan. Then we have the Sun Bowl, Louisville against Washington. Again, Washington's in there because of the previous affiliation with the Pac-12. Then the Citrus Bowl, we have South Carolina against Illinois. Texas Bowl, we have LSU and Baylor. And then we have the quarterfinals, where, again, as I mentioned earlier, Boise State will take on the winner of the they will take on the winner. Again, let me read this again. Boise State will take on the winner of, they will take on the winner of Penn State and SMU. So Boise State, later that day, to close out New Year's Eve, will host the first quarterfinal in the Fiesta Bowl, where they will face the winner of SMU and Penn State. Then, to open up New Year's Day, Arizona State at the Peach Bowl will take on the winner of Clemson and Texas in the Peach Bowl. And then, I don't know if I printed anything else out. I don't think I did. If I did, I'm missing the papers. I don't know why. But then, I think the Rose Bowl is also that day. So the Rose Bowl, I think, will have Oregon taking on Tennessee or Ohio State as well. And then I think the Sugar Bowl will close it out. Let me make sure. Here. Yeah, the first. Yeah, so yeah. With the exception of Fiesta Bowl, the other two bowl games that will close out that will be the Rose Bowl. That will be Tennessee or Ohio State taking on Oregon. And then to begin the day, basically, I think it's the Peach Bowl. I don't know whether or not why they don't have that Peach Bowl listed, but the Peach Bowl will start that day off. So all the primary, except for the Fiesta Bowl, which is on New Year's Eve, the other three will be on New Year's Day. Like I said, Boise State takes on either SMU or Penn State in that. The Rose Bowl will either have Ohio State, Tennessee taking on Oregon. Then the Peach Bowl, beginning the day, will have either Clemson or Texas take on Arizona State. And then Notre Dame or Indiana will face Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. And then that's how we'll decide who goes to the Orange Bowl or the Cotton Bowl. Again, I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. And then the winners, of course, will face each other in the National Championship. But then, of course, you have other bowl games following that as well. You have, let's see here. You have the Sun Bowl, you have Louisville and Washington, like I said. You have the Citrus Bowl, which is South Carolina and Illinois. And then the Texas Bowl, Baylor and LSU. And then post-New Year's Day, you will have the Gator Bowl. Well, not post-New Year's Day. Is that post-New Year's? No, yeah, that's post-New Year's. You have the Gator Bowl, which will be Duke and Ole Miss. Then you have the First Responder Bowl, which will be North Texas and Texas State. That's on the 3rd. And then I think on the 3rd as well, you will have the Duke's Mayo Bowl, which will be Minnesota, Virginia Tech. And then you have the Bahamas Bowl between Buffalo and Liberty, which is on the 4th. So that's all the bowl games right there, guys. An interesting way to close out the first year of the 12-team playoff system and how the bowl games are going to be included and stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are on all this. Comment down below. Like the video. Love to hear how you feel about it. And until next time, guys, again, give me your thoughts. How do you think this will work out? Do you think this will last? Do you think this bracket, this way of going with the college postseason is going to last? Let me know. And until then, I will talk to you later. And yeah, that's all I could say. It's getting late, guys. I got to get rested for work. But let me know what your thoughts are. And until then, I am out. Links are in the description where you can find my content elsewhere. It's as well as my Teespring store. And until then, take care.